Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of 15 Good Minutes. Coach B here. Charles, how you doing, buddy?
I am doing wonderfully excellent.
Shocker. Freddie, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
Doing well. How's everyone doing? Excellent.
Doing good, man. LB, what's happening? You good?
Excited. I'm excited, man. This is travel week.
You excited and I'm tired. I'll be excited tomorrow. Today I'm tired. This is going to be a pretty easy one. We're going to get right to it. We've been leading up to this for the last two shows. We finally got, 4 teams in the NCAA now. And I'm kind of curious to see what your thoughts were on the fact that they're all number ones, first and foremost. And then I want to break down the two matches. Charles, I'm going to start with you, right? Florida, Auburn. I mean, they're ones all around. So you look at that matchup for Saturday. What do you see? What do you expect? And why?
To be honest with you, I don't know what to expect in this one right here. I don't know. I'm leaning towards Florida because I like the back court.
You don't sound very confident in that lean. I'm just going to put it out there.
But I'm not.
Put it out there.
I'm not.
The lean is weak.
It is very, because Auburn has played very, very well in the tournament. I'm going to lean towards Florida because of the backcourt. Right, that's the only reason why. But honestly, this is kind of a toss-up game for me.
So you got 4 1s. We could say that across the board.
Yeah.
LB, same game, man. Florida, Auburn. What do you see and why?
Well, I'm gonna go with Florida. Start over. Yes, I'm going with Florida. To copy Charles, yes, the backcourt is tremendous. They have won on runs. At the end of the games, they go on runs. Their defense, their offense, I was reading an article today. They talked about Florida being like a baseball team. The bottom of the ninth, they always come through with the hit they need or a home run to win the game. And that's the way Florida has been doing this pretty much the entire tournament. Even in their SEC tournament, they did the same thing. So I don't see any reason why they should stop now. I'm not a fan of. I mean, Auburn is known for their defense, but I don't know if defense outweighs offense or offense outweighs defense. I'm gonna go with the offense on this side. Even though I did not have them making it to the Final Four, I had them losing, and my beloved Terrapins being in the Final Four.
Freddie, you look at Auburn and Florida. Who you got and why?
Both teams because they have orange in their uniform. So
we forgot about that. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you're right.
So it's hard for me. However, watching, as LB said, Florida, they went on runs towards the end of the game, and with watching Florida, did Florida win it or did Texas Tech lose it? I would say more so Texas Tech lost it. I'm going to go with Auburn, and I think this is their time.
If I can ask a question of Freddie, you talked about Texas Tech losing the game, not Florida winning. Mm-hmm. So I had the game on, and we were doing something else, and I had it. Florida was down, went away, and we came back and Florida had won. So I don't know. I have no idea what happened. So do you remember? I mean, what did Texas Tech do to lose the game?
It was like 5 minutes in the game. Texas Tech was up 10, 12 points.
Right.
And,
exactly.
They turned the ball over. They allowed Florida to get second chance opportunities, and Florida just executed better down the stretch. Oh, right? Okay, you come down and score. You give them a second chance, you come down and score. All right, Texas Tech, you have the opportunity to come down and score. You don't score, but you get second chance opportunities also. You don't convert on easy putbacks or whatever. And I think it was just not taking anything away from Florida. They played the full game. I think Texas Tech just kind of choked a little bit.
I did turn away from it. I was like, well, this is the end of that. Mm-hmm. I think the answer to your question, though, LB, is I think the pucker factor got too tight for Texas Tech. Their coach has been saying the entire postseason, the toughest team always wins. They were not tough down the stretch. And while they may have missed some opportunities, what Clayton Jr. did in that last 3 minutes, I mean, 4 going layups, going out to the 3, coming off, just rising up and shooting it. I like that analogy at the bottom of the ninth with a couple outs. They look the same. I didn't see them, when some teams start getting down, you start seeing them kind of chirping at each other and things like that. I think they, to Freddie's point, they played the whole game, all of the game. They were off the part that you might have saw, LB, early in the game. They couldn't buy a shot, but didn't give up. And you know what they say, shooters keep shooting. I have them beating Auburn primarily because I don't think Janai Broome is 100%. That injury that he had was extremely ugly to watch. He came back in the game, arm just flailing, and he trying to do everything with one arm. They can put as much gauze and wrap in it's not enough time, man. Yeah. And Florida is deep. They are big. They're deep. And to Charles's point, they got good guard play, but them bigs ain't no slouches, man.
Oh, no.
Give him a shot. Give him a shot. He'll be okay. Give him a shot.
He better have something good in that needle. So we got 3 Floridas and 1 Auburn there. I'm going to move to the other side, and I'm going to start with LB. Houston, Duke.
So on Duke, I got Duke because I had picked them earlier on my sheet of integrity. I had Duke making it to the finals. So I'm gonna stick with them. I did look up some stats. So Houston does have like the best 3-point shooting team, I think, left in the tournament. They shoot close to 40% as a team. But Duke, you got depth and you got talent.
And size.
yeah. And you got 3 really NBA prospects on the team, so that are starting. I don't know if Houston. I got to root for Houston on one side because brother's coaching them. So I wouldn't be, if Houston won, I wouldn't be upset at all. Don't think I'm a Duke homer or anything. But I wouldn't mind seeing Samson get one. But I think Duke is the better team.
Charles, when you look at this game, are you as equally stressed out about this one as your other game, or do you see something you see there? What do you see?
Unfortunately, I'm not. I hate Duke. But honestly, I don't know how they're going to lose this thing. I don't know how they're going to lose it. Not only that they're deep, but they're tall, they're talented. At everybody talk about flag, right? But that whole team is really, really just super good, and their defense has been impeccable in this tournament. Right? Their bigs can go out and defend the 3, and that's what Houston lives on. And I think that is I think it's going to be. It's probably going to be a blowout, right? It probably won't start out that way, right? But as Duke keep imposing their will, not only from the 3-point line, but also, man, they've been killing it in the paint. They've been killing it in the paint, and second chances. They've been doing really good there. It's their tournament to win.
Freddie, my brother from North Carolina Tar Heels. We got two Duke choices so far, man. What do you see in that game, and why?
I'm not afraid to go against the grain. Everybody want to go left, I go right. This time, if everybody's going left, I have to go left. I tried to look and find a reason why.
Yes.
I could not, to all the points that LB and Charles made. I went and I looked. Duke, I think one of their guys on their bench, he's coming back from a shoulder injury or something. And so without him, I think Duke goes 9 deep. With him, they go 10. I looked at the height of all the 10 with him. Mm-hmm. The shortest one is 6'4". So when when one of you guys said, your guards can get out and play, defend on the perimeter. You don't need to. Your big men don't need to. You can just drop them back and let them, because if you switch on defense, guess what? Your guards are big, tall, fast enough, athletic enough to defend on the switch. Which your best guy.
I'm going with Houston. I think it goes without saying, not just because I hate Duke, because I do. Of all the attributes that Freddie gave, the one that he did not use is toughness. And I don't think they're as tough as Houston. They may be deeper, they may be taller, that they may have a good thing in John Shire, but what Kelvin Sampson has done with this team, and he's got a fully, for the most part, uninjured team, I think it's theirs to lose. I think they beat them because they're tougher than them. Now, Freddie and I have talked about this, and not because we're anti-homers, but if you watch the way some of the calls have gone in Duke's games, it's like the whistle kind of favors them a little bit. If Houston is not allowed to play like Houston has played since October, things could be difficult. But to LB's point, they're a rocking good three-point shooting team. I think they're the toughest team of the four left. I got them beating Duke, and I got them beating Duke by double digits. So now I'm going to reverse it, because you're going to all have to give me a national champion. Guess who mine is? Houston. You're damn right. Because after they beat Duke, I think they're going to go against Florida. That's who I've got in the championship game, and I think it's going to be a hell of a game between those two. In my book, it'll be a good game. I think it'll be a close game, but I think this is the year Calvin Sampson and the Houston Cougars win it all. Charles, who wins it all for you, man?
I am. I wish I was in your world.
That's true. Yeah, I can understand that.
No, I see Florida and Duke in the finals, and the reason that I'm gonna give Florida any type of play here is because of Clayton Jr. Right? He's the real deal. I love his game, and if they get to the finals, that's the only team I think could actually beat Duke because of their bigs. Right, because of their bigs. That's the only thing I think could beat Duke. So I'm gonna go for Florida, with Florida beating Duke. It's gonna be a close game, though.
Freddie, over to you, buddy. Who you got in the championship? I know who you got, but who you got winning it all this year?
Much as I hate to say it, and I would have to say Duke, because the thing about it with Duke, Houston has pretty good guards. Alabama had pretty good guards. Duke has pretty good, but their guards will choke you out. I think it's Duke versus Auburn. And I say Duke going all the way.
LB, who you got winning, buddy, and why?
Okay, so I had the Terps winning, but obviously that's not happening. And I had them playing against Duke in the old ACC revival. So I'm going to stick with Duke winning just because I had them in the finals and they made it this far. So I give them credit for that. And all the things that we've already said about Duke. I mean, if they don't win, I'll be surprised if they don't win. But yeah, Duke, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, I mean, I get it.
Everybody's choosing. You got to pick somebody, right? You got to pick
That's
somebody.
true. And I do think that, some really good points were made. I do like Shire. End of the run for the NCAA playoffs. Like I said, to me, one of the best times of the year. I've enjoyed watching a ton of it. But before we go, because it is time to go, let me see if these gentlemen have something to say. I'm going to start with you today, Freddie. You got something to say?
Do you
give it to him, Freddie? Give it to him.
Hey, listen, this is your 60 seconds, man. It's
Well, let's see. I just tried to keep this between us.
Okay. Fair enough.
But since you put me on the carpet, gentlemen, this is my third week back in the office, something like that. In the urinals, we do not need to see ponds of urine on the floor, right? You know, we saw this, and guys, we've all been there. You know, you step into a urinal, whether it be at a restaurant, at an airport, and then you have to spread your leg. You know, you have to do the little triangle thing. Go like you can only go but so far. And, you know, especially in the and it was in flush the unit. I don't want to come in and do what I have to do, and then your specimen is left behind. Please, guys, we got to do better than that.
Your aim is that bad. Sit down.
I mean, I saw this. I mean, I'm a stickler about this. I really am. I do not wear shoes on carpeted areas in my house. And I tell people this because, okay, you know, I go to the restroom here, you know, out in public or at the airport, you know, and sometimes you can't. I'm not going to take my shoes off in the airport because, you know, I have to use the urinal. Guys, we can do better than that. You know, we can do better. This is my third week back in the office and I'm seeing guys and I'm like, are you the puddle pusher? You know, I mean, I'm like, who's doing it? And you know, and then the really bad part is that you have the people that, that come in, clean the bathrooms and we're not even going to get into the demographics, but we know who's doing it, right? Who's cleaning those bathrooms. And they sitting back looking at us like,
you trifling people.
Right? You trying to send me back, but you can't even pee straight, you know? And so we got to do better, gentlemen. That's all I got to say.
Okay. Well, Charles,
I don't know how to follow that. I don't know how to follow pissing on the floor. I'm telling you that. I saw my girl this week, last weekend, Denise, right, Rusty's wife, and we got to talking about movies, right? And we were talking about Wicked. I actually hate musicals, but love this movie, and we were just dumbfounded how Ariana Grande did not win Best Supporting Actress. Because she was so outstanding in the movie, right? I mean, she was jaw-dropping, outstanding. She played the role of the good witch to the hilt. So give a shout out to my girl, right? She's a really nice actress, right? And back on this, she used to do small TV, but on the silver screen, she was outstanding.
Fair enough. LB, over to you, man. You got something to say?
Just real quick. Spring, get it together. Get it together. You can't be 80 today and then 54 and 40 the next day. Pick a temperature and let's rock with it. It's time enough. It's time enough for us to get to the 60s and 70s. I don't need to see nothing. I don't need to see nothing under 60. Let's get it together. It's April 1st.
So you got an issue with Mother Nature.
Yeah, Mother Nature. I'm calling you out, Mother Nature.
Right. I mean, it was 85 yesterday.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Not today.
Nice yesterday. Top down, having a good time. Today I got to put on a sweatshirt and a hat.
That's all we got time for. Glad you guys joined. Hope that somebody still has somebody in the Final Four. I got 3 out of 4 that are in it. You know, obviously Duke is not the one, and I really do believe, and I said this at the top, that I think Houston is strong, and I'm really pulling for Calvin Sampson because that portal is a son of a bitch, man. You're gonna lose your guys if you don't win with what you have. It's that fast. I mean, there's guys right now, 3 people from Sparty. 3. Sparty just lost 3 of them in the portal today.
Wow.
Were they contributors?
2 of them. One of them I knew had to go because senior or something to that effect. He was a really big contributor. But yeah, all of them. Good names. So I mean, how do you get to a Sweet 16 and then bail? What else could you possibly?
Right, where you gonna go?
Right. Where you gonna go? Right? You know what I mean? So yeah, great time of the year. Hope your teams are still in it. Enjoy this last week of college basketball, and we will get with you guys when we come back. Everybody be good. We're out.